So what I was telling somebody was, since it's the beginning of the year, that people that are working a job, if I needed money and I was short on cash before I even think about going to get a loan, I would reach out to my HR department. And what I would ask my HR department is, can I file exempt? And what I would do, I would file exempt for at least the first quarter of the year. Okay, the reason that I would file exempt is because it's going to give me a boost in my income, right? Because I'm not paying taxes. So I have a little extra money to help me get caught up on the bills and everything until I get things going again, or until I pick up an extra job, or until my taxes come in. So that way people aren't just struggling, and people don't have to reach out to payday loans and high risk lenders and stuff like that. And this here video, by the way, is unsecured loans for poor credit. But before we get into that, I just want a lot of you guys to know that instead of trying to get a payday loan or trying to get an advance on your income taxes and stuff like that, go to your HR department and see if you can file exempt for the first 3 to 6 months, okay? I usually said 3 to 4 months, or the first quarter or whatever, but at least that way, if you're not paying taxes for a short-term period, at least you have enough income so that you can start trying to pay some bills and stuff and get caught up on some bills without all your money going to the IRS, all right? Now, that's the first thing. Also, I told you guys in the past that you should, if you have a job and you're still struggling to pay your bills and stuff, like you're behind on utility bills and stuff, and as elders as well, you can go to benefits, right? If you go to benefits, I think it's .gov or .org, one of them. I think it's .gov though. If you go to benefits.gov, you put in your household income, you put in the amount of people in your household and stuff, and then benefits.gov, they will definitely tell you exactly what you qualify for from the federal government. So you may be able to get your utilities paid, gas bill paid, something that's going to be of assistance to you until you get caught up on your bills and everything. So I would do that first. But now, talking about these unsecured loans for poor credit, I always tell people, if you're with a credit union, I would try to go to a credit union first. I know in previous video, we talked about community development centers and stuff or your local activists. They usually have different resources and stuff for you if you're struggling financially. But if you want to know where the creditors are that deal with people with poor credit or bad credit, then this is what this is all about. So first thing you have to understand is that if you get denied for a bad credit loan, more likely it's probably this, your DTI, and that's your debt to income, right? So that means that you don't have enough income coming in to pay back the loan that you're trying to get. And so lenders will tell you no. Also, lenders will tell you no because you may have a recent collection. And now, granted, when they're looking at the poor credit, they're not looking at the credit file, but they do a soft pull. That's the reason they said no credit checks, is that they don't do a hard pull because your credit is already challenged or bad, so they don't do that. So they will do a soft pull to see exactly what's going on with your credit. So if you're a person that's just intentionally ignoring your bills and don't pay your bills or whatever, then you more likely are going to get denied. But if you're a person that has like pre-existing collections and stuff on it, but at the same time you have good income and stuff, they more likely would take you on because you have a good debt to income ratio. So these are the factors that you have to consider when trying to get a unsecured loan. All right. Now, that being said, some of the ones It's op loan. Now, understanding that with op loan, like New York is a no. I think Virginia is a no. They have maybe about 7 or 8 states that they're not allowed to operate in. So that's the reason, like if you're trying to apply for a loan and they tell you no, this can be one of the reasons. You're in one of those states where the regulations will not allow them to operate in. So it isn't that they don't want to do business with you, they're just not allowed to operate in those states, okay? But you do have bad credit loans, okay? Now, with bad credit loans, again, I think they're nationwide because they're online. And see, with a bad credit loan, they're not a direct lender. Like op loans is a direct lender. And because they're a direct lender, then you're not having to go through all of these other lenders and stuff. Now, bad credit loans, because they are a platform, they're a platform, okay? So what happens on their platform, you put in an application, and then what ends up happening is that they say, hey, this person needs a loan. Which one of you guys want to offer this person a loan? And so now they're bidding to see who would get that loan. Okay, so that's the reason that these two are different. Okay, and like I said, I always tell people to check with your local credit union. Sometimes your local credit union, they have more flexibility and they're more willing to work with you. If you want other type of loans for like a payday loan or a, excuse me guys. All right, so anyway, as if you want something like a payday loan or installment loan or even a personal loan, then I'm going to recommend a company down below the video so you can check them out as well. They deal with people with poor challenged credit as well. Of course, again, they don't do a hard pull credit check. They'll do a soft pull to see what's going on with the credit, but the biggest factor is probably going to be your debt to income ratio. Okay, so those are some of the things that a lot of people are missing out on because they're like, well, I got bad credit and they wouldn't give me a loan. Well, the thing about it, if you don't understand, you may have a high debt to income ratio, and you have to look at this logically. If somebody came to you and they're making only, say $1,500, right? And if their rent is $950, and you only got what, $550 left. So of course you got to factor in rent. Then they may have utilities, they may have food or something like that. So they factor in all of this stuff so they can determine if I give this person a $5,000 loan, a $3,000 loan, and the payments are going to be, say, even like $180. Would they pay me back? More likely these people will not pay back that $180. See, because they already have challenging credit. So me giving them more money when they don't have enough income, I'm just giving away money. I'm losing money. So that's the reason why some of these people are getting turned down, even though they have bad credit. The thing about it, if they don't have enough income coming in to pay their monthly expenses, it doesn't make any logical sense for a company to come in and say, hey, we're going to give you more money. Now, I understand some people say, well, I want a loan so I can consolidate my bills or whatever. Now, you have to, again, you may have to reach out to them and say, hey, this is what's going on, and see if they're willing to work with you. But, again, like I told you, if you have a job and you're struggling, then I would suggest that you go to your HR and ask them if you can file exempt between 3 to 6 months so that you can boost up your income enough to start paying some bills. Also, if you have a car payment, reach out to your car lenders and stuff and ask them if they'll be able to put a payment or two on the back end of your loan. So seeing if you can skip a month or two of your loan so that way you can take that money to pay up some bills and everything. So this is Houston with three-way funding. I hope that this helps you. I'm always trying to find ways to help the community, and all I ask you all to do is comment, like, and share, because I'm trying to get the word out. I'm trying to educate the community, but I can only do that if I get the support of you guys. So this is Houston with three-way funding. Thank you.